Activities you can do to be proactive when it comes to your personal safety. Hello, my name is Amy S.P. Wilson, and I am the CEO of Safety Positive Foundation. Here to talk to you today, of course, about activities you can do to be proactive about your personal safety, because Safety Positive Foundation is all about being proactive about your personal safety. And here in the month of May, our focus is activities you can do to be proactive about your personal safety. Our tea time events are sharing information, resources, and different information on that very topic. So today I'm going to talk about different activities you can do physically, mentally, spiritually to get you to be a little more proactive when it comes to your personal safety. And like I said, it's May and it's mental health month, but you know what? It's that springtime and we need to be doing a little more. And I love this topic because I know what major difference it did for me. And so I'm going to share a little bit about that just because I think that people get it in their head that you need to be like doing this whole thing. It needs to be this whole, like workout routine, and it really doesn't. And it can start small. So for me, my personal journey started with just doing, it started with a physical activity of doing heel raises. And so for me, part of my journey was I am a survivor. And in June 2019, I was sexually assaulted. And so when I started to work for this organization to where we were developing a self-defense program, and I ended up becoming in charge of the program, I felt like a total fraud. And so I started asking some of the other instructors, what can I do to make sure that, I'm doing the thing that I need to do, because I'm one of those that I very much believe in leading by example. And so I was suggested to do 100 heel raises a day. And I'm sitting here thinking, 100 heel raises? Like, that sounds like a lot of work. And I'm not somebody who likes to work out. So I'll do 50. I can commit to 250. I can do that. And so I started with doing 50, which took me maybe less than a minute a day to do. And so I stuck with that. And over time, I built up to where I was doing more and more. But I did the 50 for about 3 months, and I committed to that. And over time, over 6 months, 9 months, a year, in a year, oh my gosh, my life was different. It was different in a way that I couldn't even imagine. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, I felt different just starting off something as simple as heel raises. And I was losing weight. I wasn't walking into door frames near as much. It was just something that started off simple as heel raises. Heel raises is a balancing drill, but it is definitely a proactive activity that does benefit your personal safety. It works the core. It works so many different things. That is my number one suggestion that I tell anybody and everybody when it comes to being proactive when you're with your personal safety. And now that is a simple one. And if you want to achieve the 100, you can break it up throughout the day. You could do 25 in the morning, 25 at lunch, 25 after school or work, and then 25 before bed. I do it a little more intense now, but I can kind of talk about that a little later. The key is to be active. Take a walk around the block, do a dance party, do some arm workouts. There is so many different things, and at our tea times, we're going to be talking about some different resources, both this Monday coming up on the 8th of May and the 15th of May. We're actually going to be having Tyler Marin as a guest speaker, so I'm very excited about that. You're definitely going to want to attend that tea time event. It's going to be very exciting, but there's lots of resources out there, and I'm not even going to try to even, because I'll be doing other videos on that particular stuff, but there is lots of resources out there, and I'll be doing videos on those. But the point is to just being active as much as possible throughout your day, whether it's 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever you can do. There's a compound effect to it. A little bit does add up throughout your day. Highly recommend it. Now, I started out with the heel raises. Now I have started to where I have stacked on other activities that I do, to where it is a full-blown workout that I do. I do a combination of different types of heel raises with it. I also do some different leg workouts. I do some arm workouts. I have a fun weighted hula hoop that I can show in another video as a resource. But the point is finding what is fun for you and doing that activity, because physical movement is the name of the game on this. And you can go back to the levels of learning video and figure out what works for you. On the days where I do training, I'm not probably going to be doing as much exercise as I would, because I know I'm going to be more proactive in my training activities. And so it's, again, just keeping a balance when it comes to that. Now, when it comes to your mental, emotional proactiveness on your personal safety, awareness is key, as I've said in other videos, of being aware of maybe what some of your concerns are. I don't like to say maybe issues, and I don't know, we don't have necessarily a word we'd like to use yet, but everybody knows sort of what their main concerns are. I definitely know what mine are, and being aware of what those things are, monitoring them, and then if you know that those concerns are popping up, to maybe having a list of those things that you can do to help you, to assist you to de-escalate, to care for yourself, to be proactive in working with yourself, to give yourself some grace on those days when you might be on the struggle bus, because we all have struggle bus days, and that is okay. We just hope that we have more positive days than struggle bus days. And if you have more struggle bus days than you have positive days, I encourage you to talk with a friend, seek professional help. There's nothing worse than feeling like you're alone on that struggle. And I personally have been there myself. And that's where, as somebody who's been on that struggle, I know what that feels like. And again, I highly recommend you reach out to professional help or talk to a friend. there are people out there who care. Reach out to Safety Positive Foundation. We may not have the answers, but we do care, and there is hope, and nobody should struggle alone. So when it comes to mental health stuff, emotional, again, writing things down, talking to a friend, listening to good music, listening to a book. I personally love journaling. That really helps to clear out my head, but making healthy choices. As we get older, sometimes we tend to repeat patterns that might not be good, healthy coping patterns for us. And it's important for us to pick up on those and to not repeat those. And if we do, again, giving ourselves grace to go, okay, I did it. And if we decide we don't want to keep repeating those, to figure out another option for replacing bad coping habits with good coping habits. It is extremely beneficial. And saying that maybe you have the habit of you're having a bad mental health day, and you're somebody who goes for an alcoholic beverage. Again, I'm going to throw myself under the bus because I've been guilty of that in the past. What I had done in the past was, instead of an alcoholic beverage, I started drinking a hot tea. And so people have started getting me different types of teas, or tea diffusers and things to that effect. So I have come up with healthy coping strategies and systems to replace. It's not necessarily your, cutting out the activity, because it's still drinking. You're just drinking something else. And so that is what they have found to do is, you're not necessarily cutting out the activity itself. It's just you're replacing it with something else. I don't know if drinking's necessarily my best example, but that's what's coming to mind as I'm talking through this. So just an example. For and mental and emotional can go hand in hand. With emotional things, sometimes the anxiety, you can get into the hamster wheel where you start having the same thoughts over and over and over again. Talking to a friend can help to get you off that hamster wheel. Again, personal experience on that. And coming up with strategies to distract in a healthy way, not in a unhealthy manner. So we're looking for safety positive strategies, not safety negative. These things do play into your personal safety, because if you are struggling mental health wise, if you are physically not feeling healthy, or mental health wise, even if you aren't feeling that great, physical activity can help to improve that as well. So taking a walk, getting in a small exercise, dancing it out, those things can be beneficial as well. And so this kind of also leads into the third part with spiritual, being proactive. Some people find that spiritual practice can be beneficial for being proactive when it comes to their personal safety. I have found that it is very interesting what can give people a sense of security, safety and security. And for whatever that is for you, being aware is huge, huge. I cannot even emphasize that enough. Your body, your nervous system, gives you this spidey sense, this, you ever been in a situation where you're just like, nope, something's off? Like that is your body giving you that safety alarm. And it is important for you to recognize it and go with it. And therefore, it's a spiritual practice of whatever you believe in, and there's a lot of different beliefs out there. So again, figuring out whatever that is for you. But if you've done the physical, you've done the mental, and you're like, I'm still not feeling like there's something still quite, it's not quite clicking, maybe you need to check in spiritually and figure out what it is in a spiritual sense. And, maybe it's prayer. Maybe it's going and going to a church service. Of course, now that I'm on it, my brain goes, check. It's not letting me think of all the different things that I had listed down. But I think you understand what I'm saying. There are several different things that you can do depending on your belief, that whether you want to do it at home, you want to go to your local church, check in with the people you share your faith with, but do those things, because it will help you feel grounded, and it will help you to give you a sense of safety. Safety plays such a big role in our lives. And again, I don't think that people fully grasp the concept of how much it really does play into all the different factors. And so there are so many things we can do every day to be proactive about our personal safety. These are just a few different things, and there's going to be more videos on how you can do things, resources on being proactive. So keep coming back to check. We're going to keep creating videos for you to promote you and being more proactive about your personal safety. I hope this was helpful. If you have ideas on being proactive about your personal safety, please feel free to share it in the comments with us. We'd love to hear them. And if you know of anybody that would benefit from this, please feel free to share it with them. If you're interested in attending our tea times, please feel free to reach out to us, because we're still growing this community. We're still new, and we love to share this information with as many people as possible and keep living a safety positive life, because you are worth being safe.